Hello you beautiful, beautiful people. Today we're jumping back into Forza Horizon 5 for a brand new festival playlist, this week's autumn season for Series 16, to complete this week's FORZATHON challenges, the COSSIE, grabbing 160 FORZATHON points and 5 points towards our festival playlist. And as usual, we'll be jumping in to check out this week's rewards and this week's FORZATHON shop. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing, smash the like button, share the video with a friend. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's FORZATHON challenges. So let's waste no time, we'll jump straight in and get this week's FORZATHON challenges, the COSSIE, completed for 160 points and 5 points towards our playlist, kicking things off with Chapter 1, 90s Icon. Own and drive the 1992 Ford Escort RS Cosworth. Intimidating, infamous, and imitable. Now, I can't disagree with Chapter 1. This is an absolute 90s icon, the car we're going to be using for this week's challenges. The Ford Escort RS Cosworth. 66,000 credits from the auto show, so it's an absolute bargain. As always, I do have a tune available if you guys would like to use it. Gaming tag Skippy4631, bar name Skippy YouTube, and share codes for all tunes are in the description and in the comments below. So hopping out into free roam from any festival outpost or player house, driving 2 seconds down the road, and 90s icon complete. After completing Chapter 1, it is on to Chapter 2. RS is for rally sport. Your 1992 Ford Escort RS Cosworth was built for one purpose, rallying. So head out and win 3 dirt trial events. So for Chapter 2, we're going to head on into our map and filter by dirt racing events only, just to make them a little bit easier to see and find. Now please do bear in mind that circuit races or scramble races will not complete Chapter 2. It has to be a sprint race or a trail race. I'm heading on over to Tapalpa Trail. And as always, I've got you guys covered with a cheeky blueprint called FORZATHON, the COSSIE Chapter 2. Share code 146674 853, or just search my gamer tag Skippy4631. Now, drive type difficulty will not affect the races for the weekly FORZATHON challenges. I personally run expert, but because we have to win 3 dirt trial events, I'm going to put it on new racer. No reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. Okay then, race number 1 of 3, and like I say, we do have to win all 3 races, and because I've got it on new racer, we are out to an early lead. All I've got to do is stay here and cross that finish line first place. As we head through the final checkpoint, you join me at the end of race number 3. It's almost crashed, but to cross the finish line first place. Heading back into free roam to get RS for Rally Sport complete. So moving on to Chapter 3, Hoon again. Your 1992 Ford Escort RS Cosworth isn't a new kid on the block, but it's perfect to earn a total of 100,000 skill points. For this chapter, I would suggest heading into the pause menu, heading on over to the Cars tab, and heading into Car Mastery, where I would suggest picking up a few of the Car Mastery perks for the Escort Cosworth to help you get that 100,000 skill score a little bit easier. Now, Chapter 3's skill score challenge can be done absolutely anywhere within the free roam map, and that is where I would suggest doing it. You can do it during races to earn some credits and some influence along the way, but it is a little bit easier within free roam. Pick an area on the map that suits you. I'm going to go for the roundabout that is located at the end of the motorway on the left-hand side of the free roam map. Now, all I'm going to do is smash and crash and slide my way to 20,000 skill score times by 5, which is going to be 100,000 skill score in one go. Of course, you don't have to do it in one go. You can do it in dribs and drabs if you don't feel comfortable risking that much skill score. Just slide and smash and crash your way around until you reach the desired skill score. So I've actually reached 20,000 skill score quicker than I've reached the times by 5. If we go ahead and just carry on for a little bit longer, once we are there, there it is. So if I bring the Escort to a stop, let my skill score bank, and that'll be Chapter 3 complete. 28,000 times by 5. Go ahead and let that bank. And Hoon again complete. So it's on to our 4th and final chapter for this week's FORZATHON challenges, Wing Commander. Strap into your 1982 Ford Escort RS Cosworth, complete with ludicrous wing, and earn 9 stars in total from Danger Signs. So once again this week, heading on into the map, but this time we're going to be filtering by danger signs. Again, making them a little bit easier to see and find. I'm going to be heading on over to the right-hand side of the map, and we're going to be using a danger sign called Boardwalk. 300 feet, 3-star objective. A quick top tip is to add a waypoint to the danger sign and to give you a rough clue as to the run-up you need to take for the danger sign. Here we go then, 9 stars in total from danger signs. The Boardwalk danger sign is dead ahead. Like I said, I've set a waypoint to give me an idea of the run-up that we need. Get the Escort into 4th gear. Keep that throttle planted off the ramp at about 100 miles an hour. And we hit the 3-star objective of 326 feet. Let the stars bank and then hit that rewind button. Rewind back to a location you feel you can hit the jump comfortably again. Keep that throttle planted. Hit the jump once more. 315.84 feet. Another 3 stars earned towards Chapter 4. Again, hit that rewind button and bring the car back to a sensible location where you can hit the jump once again. Pretty much the same spot for what we had for our second run. Let's go ahead and hit it again. And as we jump the Cosworth for the 3rd and final time, 328 feet, our final 3 stars needed for the 9 stars for Chapter 4. And that is this week's FORZATHON challenges, the COSSIE completed. Grabbing 160 of FORZATHON points and 5 points towards our autumn storm season. Now let's jump over and check out this week's FORZATHON shop. The 2 cars, 2 vanity items. We got the number 25 RTR Mustang 2018, 400 FORZATHON points. We've got the Ford number 2069 Ford Performance Bronco R, 300 FORZATHON points. We've got the Farid Ruder's Lion Thin Watch and the Police Siren Car Horn, 75 FORZATHON points for each of those. And as always, if you've got any spare FORZATHON points knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 60 FORZATHON points, or you can grab a super duper wheel spin for 150 FORZATHON points. Something to bear in mind, both of these cars are auto show cars. The RTR Mustang can be picked up for 500,000 credits, and the Ford Performance Bronco can be picked up for 250,000 credits, both of them at the auto show. Now let's jump in to the autumn storm season and check out all the rewards available on this week's festival playlist. 60 points up for grabs in total. For 20 of those points, you're going to be grabbing the brand new to the Forza franchise and Forza Horizon 5, the number 20 MG6, and for 40 points, the Ford Ranger Raptor. Now for this week's online trial, Ute the Best, probably the coolest car available on this week's festival playlist, the Hoonigan F-150 pickup. Very, very cool car indeed. This week's seasonal play on games, Team Flag Rush, going to be grabbing the Ford Coupe from 1940. 3 PR stunts on the festival playlist this week, a Danger Sign, a Speed Trap, and a Trailblazer. 3 Super Wheel Spins up for grabs. Seasonal championships this week, Ford by Forza, Ford Ute 2014, Superstar and Hatch, Ford Focus 03, and finally, Capricci Does It, the Ford Mustang 2018. Just the one challenge for the autumn season, and it is a photo challenge called FORZATHON, 1 wheel spin up for grabs. I feel like they could have given a slightly better reward for that, but nonetheless, moving on to the Hot Wheels events, 1 Danger Sign, 1 Seasonal Championship, 1 Super Wheel Spin, and a Ford Bronco up for grabs. And that does it for this week's FORZATHON challenges, the FORZATHON shop, and this week's festival playlist rewards. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're new, definitely consider subscribing, smash the like button, share the video with a friend, stay safe, have an awesome day.